What if a fighting game didn't take place in a dojo or a battlefield or an arena, but instead it was inside of a 40-floor corporate skyscraper? I'm basically challenging myself to create my own fighting game, meaning that I want to do all of the illustrations for it and eventually turn it into an art book. I want it to be an isometric 3D arena-styled corporate fighting game inspired by the likes of Smash Bros, the personality of rival schools, the attitude of like warriors, the sound effects of Tekken, and the flashy impact and stage transitions that Dead or Alive has. But the twist is that everyone is a office worker, so to speak. So we have characters like the new hire trying to survive probation, an IT specialist who can literally lag the fight, a night shift cleaner who knows everyone's secrets and uses cleaning-based weapons, and even a sentient coffee machine. I'm calling it Hostile Takeover. So the setting is, it's a massive 40-floor corporate skyscraper owned by a company called Access Global. After rumors of layoffs and a mysterious executive power struggle, departments begin turning on each other. The building becomes an all-out battleground of office politics, literally. I'll leave you guys with that just for now, and I'll have more details in the video, but I aim to complete 8 to 14 characters, individual character profiles, character illustration and stance illustrations, maybe 4 to 6 sketches, and all 3 super moves illustrated for each character, a facial expression sheet, 8 stage concept art, maybe more, some weapon art, the health HUD and how the UI operates and the controls for it. And yeah, I'm really happy to be taking you guys on this journey with me. It's going to test my art prowess. But yeah, please subscribe, turn on notifications. If this sounds like it's something that's up your alley, then please join the channel, join me for this journey. And I'm going to be implementing in between the redesign videos that I already do. And yeah, just give you guys some updates while I do it. Hopefully it will teach you something about like Procreate 2, because that's the tool I use. But if you're into concept art, fighting games, game development, please join the journey. But let's begin. So this is the main character for the game. His name's Ethan Page. I wanted him to look quite generic, just, you know, general worker you'd see every day, someone relatable. He wears biker gloves and biker shoes. He got his shoes late, is the story I'm rolling with, and he wears like blue gloves because he rides a motorbike to work. And yeah, I wanted someone that looks kind of cool, kind of like a kind of Ryu equivalent for a fighting game. Imagine like the base person you pick, easy to learn kind of thing, just like for the fundamentals of the game. And yeah, I really like the way rival schools do their artwork. I like the shoe designs, how they reference like real shoes. But I like the distinction between obviously his gloves and his suit and tie kind of appearance with the ID card on his chest. I also decided that I want to do the characters in their stances as well, like I referenced earlier. But yeah, he kind of reminds me of like a Fight Club kind of character. I don't know if anyone's watched that movie, but I like his design. It's simple but effective in that sense. I like the way the blue kind of distinguishes itself away from his pants, but it kind of just works in a seamless sense. Well, to me it does anyways. But the suit and tie kind of aesthetic I really like. As you can see here, I was just messing around with like a player 1 and player 2 kind of colorway if you were to ever choose the same character. And I said let me get some shading in whilst I'm here. But this is the beginning itself. I want characters to have their own character profiles in the form of like a CV that you'd send out if you were applying for a new job. I thought that would be like a kind of cool idea. But yeah, I want him to have an all-round kind of solid play style. He's like kind of like a very serious character, you know, he smokes, but when it's time to get down, he gets down kind of thing. He has like a more kind of boxing, kind of equivalent to like a boxing kind of roughhouse kind of style in a way. Yeah, I haven't based it on any martial art, just going to be, I call it improvised office martial arts, just something silly, but I like the silliness to it. It makes no sense why he's here, but it's just one of those kind of games. But yeah, I could just imagine that kind of Power Stone-esque combat I'd want, but like to have like full combos. Here you can just see me just like doing out some sketches of how the character would move or he'd play. I imagine he'd just have a very like grounded kind of play style to him. I'm still figuring out the way I would like the combo system, but at the most basic sense, each character has 3 different special moves, like Street. Sorry, I know you guys heard that through my mic, but it sounded way louder in person. Sorry about that. But yeah, I would want each character to have like 3 different super moves, kind of like just like general in a sense, like Street Fighter, where they have a level 1 when the meter builds, a level 2 and a level 3. But I imagine it would be like a morale kind of meter, you know, with how they always talk about in workplace, like work morale and morale of the people, and everyone needs to kind of get along kind of thing. But each time you like collect things around the stage or just fight and build up your meter, it would gain you access to different moves that you can kind of pull off. But yeah, for Ethan's special moves, they'd be very like grounded, kind of heavy hitting moves. I thought of like some silly names for most of the characters' moves that are work-based, because it's a parody of like a workplace too. But this is a character profile that I've come up with so far in his main colors. Yep, Ethan Page, Junior Operations Associate, just joined. His fighting style is improvised office-based combat. His archetype is like a balanced Shoto, like Street Fighter, Ryu equivalent specifically. He's meant to be very serious in that sense, in terms of his personality, and he has like a generic height, the average height of most males. And his 3 special moves, or supers if you want to call them, would be, the first is like his level 1 is a desk slam, which is like a quick grapple to a body slam. So I imagine like Ryu's throw from Street Fighter, or just something heavy hitting, not to the level of like WWE, but something just like very rough, quick, aggressive, slam you into a table or slam you into something around the office. And then another move he has is called Deadline Dash, which hits multiple people. It's just like a barge that you'd see in like a fighting game or something of the sort, where it just sends people flying multiple, not just one. And then he has a level 3, which is like his overtime. It's called Overtime Overdrive, where he basically hits you with 2 solid hooks to the stomach, or to the ribs, I should say, and then kind of just performs like a spinning roundhouse kick kind of thing that sends you to the right or to the left, depending on where you are, sends you through objects and through walls, through pillars in the game, the way I have it in my mind. And yeah, I really like his design. It's very simple but effective at the same time. Yeah, I'm really happy with his design. I may draw out, or I may end up drawing a few more things just revolving around his character, like because right now they're just very rough sketches I'm doing. The right one was just a bit more refined, but I have his general idea of his colors and such. I really like the kind of aesthetic of him having on his gloves and shirt combo kind of thing. I don't know, it gives an edge to him, which I like, and kind of breaks down with his shoes, or his trainers, I should say, whilst he's doing combos. Makes it easier to see what he's doing and makes new people understand how fighters work, even though this is going to be a very simple kind of fighting game per se, or simple to understand with some depth. But you run around, attack people, use objects to hit each other and get your health down, etc, etc. But yeah, this is the first kind of test for it. I just wanted to introduce the concept that I am working on, so you guys have an understanding, and I will drop more details. I'll have more videos based on the character I'm drawing, or the stage concepts. I think for the next video, I'm going to focus on all of his supers. I'm going to see if I can illustrate each and every one just as refined as possible. But for now, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and like my concept. Please be on the lookout and turn on your post notifications for myself. And yeah, I'm really happy to have you guys on the journey. If you guys think of any cool concepts for my game concept itself, please comment away. But yeah, it's been Akrameth, and it's been a pleasure to debut this. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.